Good evening. Welcome to the Plympton Public Safety Building Committee meeting. This meeting is being recorded for cablecast and YouTube presentation by Area 58 Community Access Media. The video of this meeting is not to be considered an official public record. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
And Bob is here.
What do you want?
Just want to note that on camera.
Why are you here?
Everybody's yelling at P3 for money, so we have to yell at you guys.
Well,
Respectfully request is the phrase you're looking for.
Right.
and additionally, it's their fault that they haven't been paid.
Absolutely.
All right, so the first thing on the agenda is an overview of the project to date, which is you.
So since you last met, it's about a month ago, right?
Yeah.
We have since completed the underground plumbing. We've poured the slab as of last Friday. And as you can see, we started framing 2 days ago. The overall projection for the framing is going to go through September. And they've got temporary power, which was a bit of a challenge, but they've got it. We've been making our weekly inspections. We've made a number of comments and we flagged a few things that have since been corrected by the contractor. We really don't have any major issues or really any issues to talk about tonight, which is good. I do have a revised budget, which really isn't all that different than probably the last one you've seen. We're starting to document potential change orders, PCOs, and the rate, as of right now, they're totaled up to about $3,500. Some of them credits, some of them add-ons. We have requested a proposal for additional downspouts. The base design doesn't include gutters over the middle entrance or the Sallyport garage door entrance. And just by looking at the plans and general discussions in the meetings, there's been some concerns about, water overflowing and ice buildup, things like that, especially in front of the garage door. So we asked for a proposal. We haven't committed to anything, but that's on its way. But overall, like I said, we're about 30.
Are there gutters there now or not?
No, nothing.
No gutters.
Nothing over those areas. All the water is designed to shed off of the roof and down into a drainage system, which then goes to the back of the site. But we thought over those two particular areas kind of calls for, shielded water. We don't want water pouring over the entrance because it just, like I said, causes problems in the winter, slipping and other changes. Contractor is starting to hint that he might be asking for some substitution requests for windows, pipe material. There's a design spec for the water main to be copper, and he's proposing PVC, which is, the code allows for it. So there's a couple $1,000s in potential savings there. The engineer, everybody seemed to be okay with it, as are we. And he might be submitting a request for windows, but that really doesn't impact us because the design of the windows is not going to change and the performance spec on the windows will not change. He just previously submitted a window spec and might be withdrawing it to save a few dollars from another manufacturer. But that's really it. Like I said, we're starting framing and we think they've been a little bit behind schedule, about a week to 2 weeks max. I was saying to Colleen before we started, if you look at their original schedule, technically it's on schedule. They projected a slab pour of August 2nd. So according to their first schedule, they're on target, but the reality is they've built in fluff, early on. But we think they could have been moving a little bit faster, and they've been telling us, wait till we get to framing, things are going to pick up. So we're not concerned yet. Things are moving. Guys are here every day. We've had some pretty productive site meetings, and we've been in constant contact with Zell. We're doing our field inspections together and haven't flagged anything major. So I think we're in good shape overall. And then,
You said there was roughly 3,500 in extra so far?
yeah, I'll just show you.
Do you have what those are?
I don't have a breakdown of those specifics today, but one of them is a $700 change to add power feed supply to one of the HVAC units that was missing on the electrical plans. The other one was the credit of about, so actually way down at the bottom here, under build to date. Actually, go all the way down to the bottom. There's PCO's exposure, so I plugged in about $3,500 there.
What did they leave out electrically?
Power supply to one of the HVAC units. So the electrician caught it early as he was reviewing the drawings and said, hey, this is missing, and we had to requested change for it. About $700.
He couldn't have caught that when he was bidding it.
Right, exactly. Couldn't have asked the question, yeah. So I think did Dan share a budget with you last meeting?
Nope.
No, okay.
He meant to, but he didn't have it with him. I don't think.
Okay. The only thing I've made changes to under current budget, that middle column with the orange boxes, those orange boxes are still really unknown costs at this time. One of them being furniture, the other one being utility back charges, independent testing, and just miscellaneous owner expenses. But I've shifted some money around there to add $5,000 to miscellaneous owner costs or owner expenses. We've saved money in the geotech line item, and we saved $6,000 in the printing line item. So that money's been moved into other more usable lines.
Okay. So on the furniture, it's not critical for us now, but Dan said he was going to start working with the chief on that, and I wondered if that had happened.
We did, yep. So we had a meeting with the chief and really just preliminary, early, sit down, really quick with WB Mason. We went through the plans in detail. We talked about each room, what some design recommendations that WB had, because context, populated the whole plan with furniture and chairs and shelving, and WB said, based on our experience of doing similar police stations, you might want to tweak this here, do that. You'll save some space. You might not need this, and the chief acknowledged some of it and said, "Nah, I think this will work." So they're going to put together a really rough first pass at the proposal with the manufacturers for furniture that they think is appropriate, and we should be receiving that in about a week or two. Told them the budget's real small, so go easy on us. We want durable materials, durable products that we don't have to go and replace in 5 years, but at the same time be conscious of a really small budget. And they've acknowledged that. We've had good experience with WB on other projects as well. So,
Are they able to supply the things that are specific for a police station?
it sounded like it. Yeah, they have other sources. We left on the table a couple of unknowns regarding, like, some of those items that you're thinking of for the booking room. There was a pass-through window, and there's some unique storage cabinets. I told him that I would talk to Zell, and we would put our heads together next week as to what exactly, this pass-through with this stainless steel countertops, like what is this stuff, where did it come from? So let me get that from Zell, and I'll talk to WB about it, because they wanted to know exactly what it is we were looking for, and I couldn't answer the question because Zell was just, they weren't in that meeting, and they had put it in there.
Okay.
So
And the electric bit, when are we going to know about that?
electric.
The utility?
The utility back charges?
After last I spoke to APC had requested permission for permanent service with Eversource last week, and the woman who handles all of the scheduling and the initial work orders was on vacation. She came back first part this week, so I think it has to go to engineering, which will probably cost us $1,000 in fees for them to design, engineer it. A few weeks maybe.
Okay, so maybe by our next meeting?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. Okay, any other questions
Where do
about
we
this?
stand with gas company? Have we approached them yet, or?
That would be APC's responsibility. Plumber, I can ask that question, yeah. Luckily for us, we're not in the position we don't have to, make those initial phone calls. We've told APC a number of times, if you have a problem, if you can't get in touch with somebody, if you have no idea what's going on, and Eversource tends to do that. They've got so much going on, and,
I'd be interested in finding out whether they've tried to contact them or not.
Yeah, I'm sure they have, but, let me make a note of that. That's a good question.
Yeah, because they're going to need heat in there at some
Oh,
point
yeah.
in the near future.
I know their biggest concern has been Eversource. They had a hard time, like I said, with the temp power. They finally got it just a few days ago. That was an effort and a half for them.
How much did they charge them? Us?
They pay for that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't know what they charged them.
Okay, then, moving on, we have invoices. My first question is that Dan took context number 16 back because he wanted to talk to them about their scheduling, make sure they were going to be available to us through the whole project. They're asking for pay every month.
Yep.
Then it looks like maybe they're thinking they're ducking out after that. Just wondering
Yeah,
what the
I-
upshot of that was.
I had that discussion with Jeff a number of times, and I do have that invoice here, because we spoke and basically said the rate that you guys are billing, you're gonna be done with the project in, December.
Yeah.
They seem to think that they had started CA services back in, March when we signed the contract with APC, but that really wasn't the case. They may have processed a few RFIs and some submittals, but as you know, construction really didn't start until first part of May. Our pre-con meeting was last week of April. So, we had a productive chat, but after going back and forth, they said, back off your invoice, moving forward from invoice 16, and make sure you get us to, beyond December or March, which is the contract for APC, and they seem to think there was a discrepancy. Well, we really own 9 months, APC, you guys gave them 12 months to build, so, but long story short, they said, okay, that's perfectly fine, we'll back off invoicing, we're not going anywhere. The workload's been lighter than expected for them out of the gate, so, we left, as of right now, we left 16 as is, but 17, which is here as well, is back down from 15,000 to 9,375, which is about where it'll be moving forward.
Okay, so these are both, you want to go
These
through?
are new, yeah.
These are both approved by the OPM?
Yes, yep. It's
Okay,
cheap.
so number 16 is $15,000. We have a motion to approve this for payment?
Do we have anything yet as in the way of costs on the driveway? We were supposed to have that this week.
Not yet. Not yet. We've been bugging them. I was telling Colleen, we're trying not to pressure them too hard to get that to us, because we've been telling them on a weekly basis, you got to pick up the pace. Things are a little bit behind what's going on. So we've been really trying to get them just focus on the work that they own, get to framings, pick up the schedule. And now that they're here,
So
to
that's
this
APC.
point-
These are context invoices that we're talking about.
No, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah. So he reminded us today that he's going to put together a formal proposal. We had some informal conversations about it in person. He's like, well, it could be this price, could be that. He's like, tell him it's going to be this. And I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't want to set the anchor and come back in 4 weeks and say, no, it's actually 30 grand more and do that to you. So, but now I think that we're to framing. We feel better about the schedule. We can feel better about him focusing his attention on that.
So the hope about that would be you'll bring the large size plans
yeah.
and the pricing for our next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so a motion to approve the invoice number 16 for $15,000 for context.
So moved.
And a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And number 17, which is for $9,375. And these are all for construction administration. We have a
I move we
motion
pay for the...
and a second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, then we have,
Yeah, I did bring more copies if you need them. But
did you sign off on those? or-
these are signed, yep, 3
Okay.
and 4.
Okay. Well, let's deal with P3's $5,000 for construction administration, invoice number 14. Motion to approve that,
So moved.
and a second?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay, now we have 2 invoices from APC, both of which have been approved by the OPM. You recall that they did not give us an invoice last month, so that's why we have 2. Let's see. I can find the numbers on there. So-
This one's number 4.
Thank you, it's right in front of me. This one's number 3. Okay, we have number 3 for $163,020. No?
Nope.
I'm sorry, it's 64,000. Circled the wrong one.
Can we see the breakdown on that?
Yep.
or-
Yep, so, are we talking about 3 right now, or 4?
We're talking about 3.
3, okay.
$64,655.77.
3 was for progress through June, and then 4 is through the end of July.
I don't see it, or? Well, look.
So for this one, the most current one is for the balance of the foundation work, the rebar, the pouring of the slab, form work, project management, typical month-to-month billing for submittal progress, rough carpentry material, underground plumbing material and labor, which has been completed, some electrical, erosion control, excavation, and site work through this month. This is the later one up here. Curious. Number 4.
Oh, that's okay. I heard what you're saying. Just curious, the slab, was a curing compound applied, or are they just keeping it moist?
No, they didn't have to. They didn't apply any
They didn't call for
any
compound?
additives. No, I think Friday was a good day for it. I mean, the mixture itself of the makeup of the mixture was approved. So that's been reviewed by the engineers, but no, there was no like day of call to add anything to it.
No,
You know.
no curing compound?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary, no.
Why, because of the moisture? The humidity?
Well, if there's no compound, if that wasn't added, they should probably be wetting it down each day for at least a week, week and a half.
Honestly, I'd have to look at the submittal, yeah.
So would you look at that and get back to Harry? Okay. Okay, so motion to approve invoice number 3 for $64,655.77.
So moved.
And a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And
Actually, humidity's a help.
you have the signed off number 4.
Compensation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And number 4 for $98,263.58. Motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, good.
Oh, I'm glad it's a help for something.
Mhm.
I'm glad the humidity's a help for something.
Yeah.
Helps the electric company.
Yeah. Not looking forward to next month's bill.
Okay, so the next thing on the invoice, on the, whatever this is, agenda, was talking about the driveway. We don't have that information, so we'll be doing that. I did get a certificate of vote from the town clerk, basically that just says that the AG accepted our town meeting articles, basically.
That's good.
Yeah. All righty. We have minutes from July 11. Did anybody have any amendments to said minutes?
Was I here?
No, you were not here.
Oh, see.
Sit right there, absent. Bob
Excellent.
Crowley. Okay. All right, motion to approve the minutes as written,
Move them as submitted.
and any
Second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Me.
No, you're
Thinking
abstaining.
Oh, that's right, too.
All right. Our next meeting is scheduled for September 5th. Anybody have anything else that you? That's the Wednesday after Labor Day.
6
No,
p.m.?
I'll be back.
Okay, 6 PM, yes. Anybody have any questions you want to throw at Rob, or anything?
Stayed him so long.
Right?
With 2 walls up, for God's sake, been framing for 2 days.
All right. then.
Prevailing wage, Bob.
Yeah.
Prevailing wage.
Motion to adjourn then.
So moved.
And second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Good night, thank you for watching.